So Valerie, how was your day today?
Well, it was quite different from yesterday. We went out to the Sea of Galilee and we went to Peter's mother's house, and we went to Peter's chapel on the shores of the lake. The sites were beautifully preserved and by sort of small monastic communities quite often. But that made me think about yesterday, which was very different. And we met people who were being forced out of their homes or corralled in their homes in an attempt to essentially seize their lands. And I found that really difficult to deal with.
It was hard, the change of tone today to go and visit these beautiful, quiet places, having heard some really traumatic stories and difficult stories, how people's homes and lands have been taken, how when we went into the Aida refugee camp and we visited this beautiful family, and the threat that they are constantly under with intimidation in the middle of the night, watchtowers looking over them. I couldn't help but be moved by the paintings that there are all over that refugee camp of these young boys who have lost their lives, just shot or those in prison. So the contrast from those stories that we've been hearing to those quiet places today was quite dramatic for us, I think.
Yeah. And I think having been here before, we met people who had run a wonderful organic farm and restaurant when I visited in 2017. They're now living in rented accommodation and having been forced off their farm by settlers. And it's really painful to see. And what struck me is, why are we preserving these beautiful holy sites and not preserving the living stones that live in the land? I understand that the Christian percentage of the population is now only 1.6%. And yet, they're the people that carry the story and make these places living. And the prospect of a Christian tourist tour, not taking into account the people that actually have lived it all, is really
absolutely
puzzling. How do we let it happen?
And that was the question for me as well. How do we let it happen? We're aware of it. We see it on our screens. We know that this is happening, but we've somehow distanced ourselves too much from it. But today, to be on the ground, I work with a rural community and farmers in Exeter Diocese, and to be in farms here, but surrounded by settlers threatening to take over, a court case that's taken 35 years, the pain for so many people. We know about this. And I think that the thing that challenged me was when human rights lawyer Dahlia said to us, don't pray for us unless you're going to act. We need to take action. And so that's been the challenge for me. We need to do something about this, and it needs to be costly and sacrificial, perhaps, for us. It's never going to be as costly and sacrificial for us as it is for the people of Palestine.
No.